It didn't work.
What?
The time travel, you said I'd go back, but I can't. The pond won't let me, and I need to know why.
I don't know, honestly.
Okay, but aren't you supposed to be my guru or whatever?
Hallmark Channel's The Way Home isn't your typical Hallmark series, and that's part of what makes it stand out. When Season 3 arrived in early 2025, it brought back the mix of small-town charm, family drama, and a surprisingly deep layer of supernatural twists that fans have grown to love. The show centers on 3 generations of Landry women, Del, Kat, and Alice, living together in a quiet Canadian town. But their lives aren't just about the usual family ups and downs, because they share a rather extraordinary secret. They can travel through time using a mysterious pond on their property. That unusual twist lets the show mix cozy drama with the kind of high-stakes mystery you'd expect from something like Outlander. The heart of the series is undeniably Andie MacDowell, who plays Delilah Del Landry. Her presence anchors the story, keeping it grounded even when the plot dips into all sorts of wild time travel scenarios. Hallmark's usual formula leans heavily on romance and domestic struggles, and while The Way Home doesn't shy away from those, the time travel element makes everything feel fresh. Season 2 ended with a big revelation that the Landrys aren't the only time travelers, setting the stage for an even more exciting Season 3. And as if that wasn't enough, Hallmark renewed the series for Season 4, even before the Season 3 finale aired. Like many Hallmark shows, The Way Home hasn't been the talk of mainstream critics, but that hasn't stopped it from making an impact. With a Rotten Tomatoes score in the high 80s, it's clear that fans are getting exactly what they want: emotional drama, unexpected turns, and plenty of mystery. Some outlets, like Dexerto, felt the show dragged its reveals a little too long, but overall, the response has been warm. Decider even called it one of Hallmark's strongest series in recent years, saying it deserves a lot more attention than it gets. Season 3 wrapped on March 7, 2025, and as always, the returning cast was a big part of its success. Schuyler Lee's Kat, Sadie LaFlamme Snow's Alice, and Andie MacDowell's Del remain the emotional core of the show. Their family bond is what keeps all the time-hopping chaos relatable. Evan Williams also returned as Elliot, still navigating the complicated emotions left unresolved from Season 2. The new season brought in some fresh faces too: Julia Thomasone as a teenage Del, Jordan Dow as teen Colton, and Devin Chichetto as teen Evelyn, which expanded the show's timeline even further. And then there was that Season 3 ending, full of twists stacked one after another. The biggest revelation? The Landrys aren't the only time-traveling family. They're connected to another group who also uses the pond, which opens up all sorts of possibilities for future storylines. With Season 4 already confirmed for 2026, it's clear that these new plot threads are just getting started. Hallmark even posted a video on Instagram with Andie MacDowell and Schuyler Lee announcing the renewal, promising more romance, family drama, mystery, and of course, time travel. The finale didn't shy away from dangling unanswered questions. Adult Colton had known more about the family's history than anyone realized before he died. But will that part of the story resurface? Del finally took the leap into 1974. Will she go back again? And for Alice, who just kissed Max but got a message from Noah saying he misses her, the love triangle drama is far from over. One of the biggest Season 4 setups is the mystery of Casey's identity. In the finale, Alice blurts out that she thinks she and Max are Casey's parents, but Casey quickly shuts that down. They admit to being both a Landry and a Goodwin, but refuse to say more because they don't want to break any more rules. The popular fan theory? That Jacob is Casey's father. The two even met in episode 10 when Casey brought Jacob Susanna's real will to help him against Louis Goodwin. Their physical resemblance only fuels speculation. Showrunner Alexandra Clarke has confirmed that the truth will be revealed eventually, but says it's too big a moment to waste in a crowded finale. Jacob himself is another big question mark. He disappears in the finale, leaving Del a letter saying he's going away to keep the family safe. Sam finds himself by the pond, promising Del everything will be okay, which, of course, raises eyebrows. It's possible Jacob went back to 1816 to be with Elijah now that his biggest threat has been neutralized. but there's also the chance he's hunting for answers about Casey. And then there's Colton. Jacob knows what he discovered before his death, which could set up a deeply emotional reunion storyline. Elliot also got a bombshell revelation in the finale. His mother was a time traveler. A letter from her, referencing a T.S. Eliot book, jogs Alice's memory of meeting a girl in 1974 with that same book. Kat connects the dots, realizing Elliot's mom must have traveled with a Landry. In a flashback, we see Elliot's mom place a note in a baby's crib, Elliot's crib, before jumping into the pond with an unidentified man. His identity is still a mystery, but he must be a Landry for the pond to work. Season 4 will almost certainly revisit this storyline, especially since we don't know how Elliot ended up being raised by Vic. Then there's Sam Bishop, who seems more mysterious than ever. When Del asks how he knows everything will be okay, his vague, "I just do," feels loaded with meaning. Theories range from Sam being Jacob from a future timeline to him being part of the Augustine family. The writers love using symbolic names, so the Bishop part might not be a coincidence. It could even tie into the biblical story. Of Samson and Delilah, hinting at betrayal down the road. And let's not forget, no one knows who wrote the mysterious letters that have been guiding the family. The finale also drops an unexpected twist about the Lingermore estate in 1816, where Susanna and Cyrus lived. The real will left Lingermore to the Landrys, but after Susanna's death, Cyrus's sons changed it to keep the property in the Goodwin family. Evelyn was still living there as late as 2000. Now that Jacob has uncovered the truth, the Landrys have a legal claim, but that doesn't mean the Goodwins will give up without a fight. Season 3 might be over, but it's clear that the way home still has plenty of places to go. The Landry Pond's rules, the tangle of overlapping timelines, and the growing number of families involved make it one of Hallmark's most complex series to date. And even with all the sci-fi elements, the show never loses sight of what it's really about: love, family, and the lengths people will go to protect each other. That's what keeps fans coming back season after season. By the time Season 4 rolls around in 2026, viewers will be itching for answers to all those unresolved threads. Who is Casey's parent? Where exactly did Jacob go? How deep does Elliot's family history really go? And what's Sam's real connection to the Landrys? Whatever happens, one thing's certain. This isn't just another small-town drama. It's a story about how the past, present, and future collide, and how one family is caught right in the middle of it all. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below, so let me know what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, especially if you want more updates on Seasons 4 and 5. Plus, I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic, so drop a comment and let's discuss. Now go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.